What's up, guys? Welcome back to the That's So Dev podcast. My name is Dev. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Now, we got some Halloween tea to get into. But before we get into the tea, make sure you go ahead and follow me at That's So Dev on Twitter, Instagram, and literally everywhere else. Okay, y'all? I appreciate you. Now, let's get into this tea. Halloween. Now, before we get into this Halloween baking, actually, I want to discuss the lemon Oreo cake that I actually made for my mother. Actually, for her birthday, it was so cute. So, y'all, I crushed up some lemon Oreos and I essentially threw them into the batter. And then I blended them into the batter. I didn't fold them into the batter. I didn't want any chunks. That's not ideal for my mother. So I really wanted that nice Oreo cream inside that cake. It was so wonderful. It tasted amazing. The Oreos baked so well into the cake. So, essentially what happened was, I did my cake construction. I leveled my cakes out. I, frosted my cake in the middle. It was so hot that literally the frosting was sliding off. But I said, you want to know what, bitch? It is what it is. And the thing about baking, when you bake, you have to be able to recover. You really do, because shit's just going to happen. But anyway, so it was sliding off or whatever, and I took this as an opportunity. I was like, you want to know what? Fine. It's sliding off. I can go ahead and do kind of like my, crumb coating, so that way we don't have to worry about crumbs in our frosting going forward on the final coat of frosting. So, I went around the cake. I was just able to restuff the frosting back in there and then throw it in the fridge real quick so that way it could stiffen up. And then I came back and did my final coat. So after that, I was like, oh, bitch, I kind of ate that because some people, like, when they're doing, like, strawberry shortcake, they'll cut out the cream inside the Oreos, put, like, some strawberry gelatin, kind of blend that together, and that's kind of like the strawberry shortcake coating or whatever. So I do that, but I leave the Oreo cream in there because the Oreo cream with the cookies is actually going to... It's like, okay, so you know how people, when they do cake pops, they'll use Loft House cookies, essentially. So it'll be cookies with the frosting, or how you make cake pops regularly, how you crumble up your cake and you mix it with your frosting. So it's essentially kind of like that. The cream and the cookies really do create this almost pie crust texture. Like if you put in some butter, I'm sure you definitely could have made a pie crust out of that. But I think the fact that, it was so... I guess it was so willing to stick together, and the Oreo and the cream was just it was trying to be a unit. So I said, hold on, I can do something here, because when I pat it together it does stick. So I decided to create a border of pulsated Oreos around the cake. So the cake's already dripped, so it drips, and then the bottom of the cake is crusted in lemon Oreos. It was amazing. Again, the cream helped it stick together to create a structure, and then the frosting helped that structure to stay together. So both of those things were kind of helping each other out. And then I also put the crushed Oreos on top of the cake as well, which was iconic. So, obsessed with that, y'all. Down. That cake was just so good. It's available on my Instagram, So Sweets, but you can also go to thatsodev.com. It has absolutely everything that you need. Just go on in, check it out. You can click all over the page, and it's going to take you somewhere. I promise you that. Now, back to Halloween stuff, because I had to talk about that cake. I don't have another, birthday podcast or whatever where I'm explaining a bunch of different things that I'm baking, because I only baked one thing. Now this, Halloween, okay. Now, we're going to start off with the simple, easy stuff. So now, I'm going to go ahead and say at least two of these are inspired by Starbucks drinks. But the easiest thing that I'm going to go ahead and do, because y'all know these podcasts, they're cute, simple, straight to the point, and not long. So I'm going to be doing a pumpkin spiced Rice Krispie treat, which everybody knows generally about, the 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter or whatever. You add your marshmallows, your initial batch of marshmallows, then you add your cereal, and then you're going to add some more marshmallows or whatever, right? So I'm going to go do the whole process of that. I'm going to be using pumpkin spice marshmallows, and then I'm going to find some Rice Krispie treats. Not Rice Krispie treats, but cereal. Who knows what flavors they have. Things are different now, and I use cinnamon sugar Rice Krispies for Christmas, which is iconic. It really did fit the mold of the spice theme that I was going for. So if they have pumpkin spice, I would love that, but I doubt it. Anyway, So I'm going to be doing that. That is going to be so cute. I feel like the pumpkin spice marshmallows is really going to give it that feel that I'm really looking for. So that's super cute, and just honestly, it's so simple. I feel like Rice Krispies are so simple and effective. They really, really are. Anyway, moving on. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is a cinnamon apple muffin. Now, hold up, because Starbucks has me stuck on this apple crisp macchiato. And let me tell you something. That bitch ate. It ate down. It's so good. It's such a nice blend of that spice and that apple. And I'm not a person that likes apple. I don't like apple pie. I don't like pumpkin pie. Like, I don't. But I do enjoy the flavor of a lot of things that I don't like to eat, you know? So I think that this Starbucks drink, and for one, let me say, without the apple crisp syrup, it's nothing. And I mean that. I mean the drink is nothing without it. So I just think that the flavor overall of that, it was so overwhelming. I was like, okay, I gotta bake something along the lines of this. So I think I really wanted to just get the ingredients to bake this muffin, because honestly, if I don't bake it, I may end up going to get a Starbucks drink every other day, and the last thing I need is Starbucks every other day. I get enough as it is. So I think that this particular thing, I'm going to create my own streusel for the topping. I'm thinking I'm going to do like an apple cinnamon streusel as well, just because I really want to make the muffins pop, and I don't want them to just be plain. I love the presentation of everything. Obviously, if you can't tell by my lemon Oreo cake, we're calling it Oreo lemon because everybody keeps saying lemon Oreo, so it's Oreo lemon. Okay, child. So anyway, yes, I'm actually very excited about these muffins. I'm probably going to eat only one myself, to be honest with y'all. But that's fine. At this point in time, we're in holiday season. Holiday season is for scratch. That is when we start from scratch on majority of the items. Not everything may not be from scratch. It depends. If I'm making content, I'm not doing it from scratch, because if I'm just showing off the final product in the decoration of it all, I'm not baking from scratch, because why stress myself out and go through all that and mess up the kitchen and all that, right? You can just keep it cute, simple, and straight to the point. Anyway, but once Halloween hit, when Thanksgiving and Christmas here, yep, that is the season for it. I feel it in the air. But I'm definitely excited for the outcome of those muffins, especially the Rice Krispie treats. Now, the next thing that I am going to be baking, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. I'm making pumpkin spice cookie sandwiches. You've probably seen some of them on social media. And one thing about me, you need to know, you may see something similar, you may see something inspired, but you will never see something the same. Nobody has my brain. Nobody is me. Therefore, it's one of a kind by default, bitch. Okay? So, I've seen a lot of people use Nutella. I'm not doing that shit. I am doing cinnamon spread in the middle of these. So, it's essentially a pumpkin cookie that's going to be coated in cinnamon sugar. So, I feel like it's perfect to really have that cinnamon spread. It's really different. I'm not going to have specific, and that's the thing also. The presentation of the cookie also matters as well. I don't really care to have the pumpkin cookies where it has the eyes and the mouth missing and all that stuff. No, I don't really care. I really don't. As long as, the, what am I talking about? The cutouts. Why can't I think today? But you know what I'm talking about. Whatever, the cookie cutter. Boom. So as long as the cookie cutter is defined, I don't mind. And I think that it just being coated with cinnamon sugar is really going to, I think it's going to make the cookie pop. So I'm really excited about that. I'm very excited because I'm using this new butter. It's so rich and creamy, and I cannot wait to cream that butter with the sugar. I really can't, y'all. It is going to be so... I think that's my favorite part of making cookies. It is. But I'm also adding a little brown sugar into this mixture. You would possibly confuse